Nowadays, people often pick processed foods rather than a home cooked meal. You may ask why. As a student, I would say that processed foods take a lesser amount of time to prepare and have a greater taste than home cooked foods. However, as it may be beneficial to us, it does cost quite a lot to our health. Do you know that studies have found that highly processed foods are linked to early death? According to NBC News, found that studies published in the American Journal of Preventive Medicine state that around 57,000 premature deaths in Brazil in 2019 were associated with the consumption of ultra-processed food. It was approximately 10% of annual premature deaths in Brazil. According to Dr. Walter Willett, a professor of epidemiology and nutrition at the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, whole grain bread and breakfast cereals are sometimes considered as ultra-processed food. Soda itself also causes around 184,000 adult deaths per year worldwide. Ultra-processed foods have been proven to have a higher content of total fat, saturated fat, added sugar, and more. This shows that the ultra-processed food causes more harm to our health rather than obtaining the benefits. So here we are today to unveil more damage that caused by eating ultra-processed food and help you to find ways to eat healthier.
So, our first main idea is that processed food are calorie dense and addicting. Calorie density is simply a measure of how many calories are in a given weight of food. In general, ultra-processed foods tend to be much higher in calorie than whole minimally processed foods. For an example, 100 grams of serving of potato chips contain 545 calories, while in the same size of serving a plain baked potato only contains 95 calories. So you see there is a huge difference there. Imagine only eating a small volume of ultra-processed foods like one leg of chicken sausage gain 2 times calorie than its actual food, that is chicken. But I'm sure most of us here won't only consume small portion of it, right? Because fun fact, processed foods are actually addicting. But how and why they are addictive? So, ultra-processed foods produce foods containing ingredients typically not available in home kitchens, such as refined carbohydrates and also added fats. The combination of these two things seems to have supra-addictive effect on our brain reward system, hence making it addictive when we consume it. Don't you think it is awful? Eating these ultra-processed foods without realizing how many calories you have gained and it somehow can make you addicted to it. I feel like it is a scam. So, in short, processed foods are calorie dense, meaning it contains a higher number of calories in small serving size, and is addictive as it can affect your brain reward system.
The amount of ultra-processed food taken can be reduced when you cook at home instead of eating pre-packaged meals. Making meals from scratch is a better option that people should practice since it is better for health. Cooking your own food will help regulate the amount of calories intake as you could control the ingredient use and the proportion of the meals. By doing this, you can be more self-aware from eating way too many prepackaged meals that are heavily processed. Let's imagine this. When you do the groceries, what is the first thing that you should do? The most important rule is to check the labeling on each package. For instance, 2 different brands of biscuits or crackers might have different amount of calories in it. Naturally, the higher amount of calories means the food is more heavily processed. Using the healthier ingredients will lower the amount of calories when you use it to cook later at home. If you still want to take ultra-processed food, balance it with organic food such as fruits and vegetables. The proportion of the meals cooked also should be kept in mind. This may lower the calorie intake since fibers in organic foods help you fuel quicker. Therefore, making home meals are a better option to limit the amount of processed food taken.
As we mentioned before, processed food contains a lot of calories. Hence, each time you take a break for a snack or meal, it will provide a chance to give you fuel and nutrients. Unfortunately, processed foods doesn't contain the nutrients and fibers that is necessary for satiety, which will lead to overeating. Did you know the impact of overeating? Overeating may lead to obesity. Hence, once you try to cut processed food, you will yearn for healthier food and also change how your brain reacts to the high calorie or low calorie food. This will help you to lose weight and also change your eating habit for the better. Furthermore, based on the Journal of the American Heart Association, the researchers found out that processed food can disrupt our sleep. How can this happen? This can happen because of many causes, but one of them is the added sugar in the processed food. It will cause the spike in blood sugar level and hence increase the alertness, which will make us difficult to unwind before sleep. Hence, avoiding processed food in your diet can help to enhance your sleep quality.
In conclusion, we have explored the need to recognize the hidden dangers of ultra-processed food, discuss the solutions to satisfy the need, and also visualize a future where our choices lead to a better, healthier, and also thriving communities. The risks of these silent killers on our plates are real, but armed with knowledge and commitment to a healthier living, we can collectively rewrite the narrative. I urge each one of you to be mindful of what you put on your plate. Sign the petition for healthier food choices. For example, in the website www.change.org, you can actually sign up for the petition of Healthy Food Campaign. Other than that, you can also educate your community and make informed decisions for a future where our plates are not just sources of sustenance, but foundation to longevity and well-being. The power to change our health and our society rests on our daily choices. Thank you.